Oops.
Oh, that was a tiger. Oh, single tiger.
The hell am I watching here? What's up, fellas? That's right. Ask me anything. How's everybody doing today? Let's talk about it. Go ahead, shoot. Hit me with some funny shit. I think it's time for a new keyboard. This one's seen better days. I was sitting saying, what the hell am I watching here? That's a good one. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. The Boston Car Guy is doing a rant on PSA for an hour tomorrow with a guest. Figuring. Dude, that's the best ever. You silly bastard. What's up, Dusty? Dusty, did you get your package with that empty box? I put that box of Flair in there for you, and I filled it with like paper so it wouldn't get crushed, and I put it to the side so it stays in good shape. Dude, that's fucking awesome, man. That's great. Yeah, no, I just want to talk about I'm going to share my screen here and just go over like something that's, it's not about blowing the whistle. It's more of to let people know, because everybody knows about this, right? There's a lot of people that know about it, but it's just I know we do a lot of modern breaks and everything, but you got to be careful with some of these expensive cards. What up, Sean? Yeah, I just want to share a screen and just kind of show you guys how a card's supposed to look. All right, let me pull this up. Can't find an easier editing software to capture. No, you just, Dusty, go to you can use this regular your YouTube account that you have and use your phone. That's what I did for a long time. I just can't anymore because I don't have any memory left. So I use this StreamYard. But just use your cell phone if you got memory in there. And then once the video is uploaded, delete the video and then go to your settings and delete it out of your 30-day automatic delete folder for clearing up data. And it's saved on YouTube forever. So you could just log into your YouTube account and set up to go live or to record or record right from your phone as a video. Don't even go to YouTube yet. And then when the video's over, pop it in right there. That's what I used to do. I wouldn't worry about editing or anything. I never edit videos. We're not important enough for people to come critique us. So. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Yeah, so that's what I want to show. See this this upper area that meets this plastic? That raised border. And if you follow that along, you see the gap here? Nice continuous gap. Looks real good. Nice straight edge all along this border. Let me raise this up a bit. There we go. And you can see the card is sitting flush and sitting flat on this raised edge inside the PSA tray. That's actually the bottom tray of the two-piece case. And there's a slight gap here. And if you run that vertical all the way up, it's the same. You don't have a nice like 1/16 of an inch here and then it touching here. And there's examples out here of big time cards that will have real close here, and then it'll do a gradual taper all the way to this corner in here. And that's just the biggest one that's I think is the hardest to spot because I see it so much. But I'm cooler than you see. Yeah, that's dude, you're not wrong there. Yeah, so I just been I've been looking into a lot of these cards right now that are pretty questionable. Found it. Yeah, the YouTube's pretty easy. Listen, if I could figure it out, you could figure it out. Yeah, here's another good example. Nice and straight, equal gap at the top, all the way over. The questionable thing is these outside corners. They leave this out to protect the card from moving inside and bumping up against a true 90-degree corner. And the scammers and trimmers have found a way to, let's pull this up a little bit, not on this specific card, but they found a way to trim a slight gap. And they start right around this edge, and they'll taper about 1 inch to 3/4 of an inch into the card, and they'll go outward, and they'll have a taper right here. And it's harder to see because this little outside raised edge does not continue and make a full 90. It's just open here. The raised plastic edge cuts off here, and it cuts off down here. So you could see they'll start right here where this cursor is, and they'll taper right down, and then they'll come back this way, and they'll clean up the corner pretty easily. And I've seen it where it starts, the card will lay flat down here. You can kind of see that it's touching all the way across. That's the first thing I look before I even question anything. And that one's touching on the right side edge. You can see all the way up. It rides that plastic. And this one's got a nice even space right here. And then you can look at this gap here and go all the way down and follow that. And it's all equal from top to bottom. That's where you start first. There's nothing wrong with this card. In terms of size, a tolerance, which is very small, maybe a 32nd. But there's nothing wrong with this card at all. But that gives you an idea of when you start to see these cards where this card will fit exactly the same, but right here it'll be touching, and then it'll taper down all the way. They'll actually start to taper back here and cut it this way. But a lot of times it's just right about the 1 inch mark. They'll slope it and cut it. because it's very, very tough to see with these outside corners not being there. And I'm just gonna open a new window here. Let's see. Let me try this. Let me try to find a card that see if it's still in here. Sometimes the cards are. I'm just going to go to 130 point real quick and see if we can find one. I want to do this on the fly because I don't. I want to pull up an example that I found. Subdate. All right, let's just do high to low. It's going to be in the several thousand range. Be a 1982, the one with the 3. And let's see if it's prop state or not. And let's take a look at this one. I wonder if this is the card. This might be the exact one that's sold through Fanatics. All right, let's pull it up. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. So you can clearly see, and I'm on the bottom left border. It's kind of hard to see my arrow going up and down. But right next to the green Topps logo here, you can see the bottom of the card. Well, in this case, it's the left side of the card. It's touching, and the border's touching up here. And we have contact all the way across. And then right here, we have a really, 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 really tight gap, right? Let's see if I can get that in there. So this top left corner is pretty tight to this border. And then you watch it gradually to the right. Taper, taper, taper right about here and starts to taper off. And let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more to share with you guys. And you can see that taper. And you see this chunk right here? It's almost like a chipped border. I believe that's where the taper started, right here. And if you were to continue this border on the right and this border at the top and a true 90 up here, you would see this taper right here. And someone cleaned up that corner. That's exactly what happened. And that's a pretty considerable gap here. Looks a little bit bigger than I'd like to be at. But it's safe to say that this card was cleaned up. I mean, you can see the gap right here, and then see how much larger it is right here. These plastic borders don't change. They do not change. So I'm going to make a tray that has this raised edge, and it'll have the complete corner so you can test your cards. Got one of my friends, his son is going to make that for me. And it'll be just like a little tray, a little gauge that I can have, because I use the bottom sides of these trays if I'm going to go buy a collection, or I'll take a comparable card. So cards that are squared up like that, you won't have an issue with. But let's just randomly go and see see if we can find another one in here that looks questionable. You know what? Let's pull this one up. Oops. Page not found. Might be too old. It's not letting me view that one. Let's try this one. Yeah, so here's a good example here. Okay. Yeah, let's see if I get a little bit larger for you guys. There we go. Look how perfectly straight that is. And of course, the bottom. Card's riding nice and tight on the bottom. You could even see with your own eye how nice and square this corner is on the right, bottom right. Here's the bottom left. And look how true these corners are. Nothing even to the eye looks off. This one's riding on the right edge, and then the left edge of the case, there's a gap, which is fine. It's within tolerance. But if you see the gap from the bottom, ride it all the way to the top, and it's all the same. And you can even see how nice and square that looks. Look at the gap here, all the way to the right. It's equal all the way across. And this one's sitting on this edge and all the way to the bottom on that edge. And you don't notice anything. See if we get a back image too. Sometimes it's harder to see on the back depending on what the back looks like. Let me zoom out here. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, you can see it pretty clean here. Nice square 90. And then it's got a nice straight spacing. Very square, very equal. You ever built a wall, built anything with a 90-degree corner, built anything as kids? Building blocks, Legos. Those are straight 90s. Straight 90s, and it's wild. It's wild what gets through PSA. I almost want to clean up some corners on cards and just don't care what the grades are. Just send them through and just to see what I can get. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do. What's up, Adam? Adam buys vintage, so he knows what this is all about. But yeah, these are just great examples of just beautiful cards. I mean, this is a 10. This is a $7,000 or $8,000 card that's sold. Some for 10 and 12, I think, for the traded, and a 10. But yeah, that's the this card I believe sold. This card here, I believe sold when I had it in my phone to look. I've got a bunch of stuff that I saved over the years, and I just never made content like this and talked about it. But I had these cards in my saved searches for reasons, because I said, eventually I'm going to get to it. Adam, are you buying a 51 Bowman mantle? I'm selling my mantle. It's a 1.5. Little crease up here by the top right from the bat, corner to corner, about a ½ inch in, and a couple roller marks. But other than that, the rest of the surface is clean. So I'm looking to upgrade. I'm looking to trade this, some cash, and possibly my 53 Bowman color set for a better 51 mantle. But it's a 1.5. So I'm making that available. And I got it. My maze is a 1.5 as well. I'm looking to upgrade both of those. Yeah, let me see if I have a picture of that exact card, because the photo when I take these photos or screenshots, it actually will have the date stamp on there that I can look when I was inquiring about this card, because I believe that's the same card. From a long time ago. No, it's not. Wait, is this the one? Hang on a second. Yes. Nope, I found a different one. All right, here, let's talk about this one. Nope, still looking for a Leaf Jack. Yeah, one. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, no worries. All right, let's look up this card. This card sold. Wait, 2857. What's the cert on this one? Okay, 27. All right, this one sold by Probstein. Let's see if I can find it in here. All right, let's go to number 21. Let's just change this search real quick to number 21 and see if I can find this one. So I took this photo, or I screenshot this photo back in 2021. That's how long I've had this photo. So let's just see if this thing sold. This sold in 2021. Number 21. It was a long time ago. All right, let's see if I could find it. Maybe I'll get lucky here. Golden. Probstein. If not, I could pull up on PSA. I'm going to show you this taper cut, and it may seem small to people. That's fine. People may not agree. You know what? Let's just go to PSA card. See if I can just search the cert number I got right here. It's an older cert, so, and they got it reholdered. Let's see here. What do I need? Search. This looks different than the app. Give me a second here, guys. We start pricing. Verify. Sign register research. Cert verification. There we go. Okay. Let's try this real quick. 2857 33. This is how you clean up one card to be worth 100 and some bucks versus at this time it sold for packed fresh. It was packed fresh. 2050 with 45 bids. And it was packed fresh. And there's the top left corner in question. All right, let's see. Sales history. Let's just see what we got here. Oops, something's not right. Yeah, obviously. Let's see if I get back to here. Okay, let's see if it'll have. Four 1294579. Wait a second. Oh, that's a second one. Oh, I see. Okay. I see what's going on here. 1 second, fellas. 1 second. 28573305. Okay. Yeah, it's not going to have a photo of this one because it's so old. They don't. So when you get a recert, it looks like they're not taking photos of the one that got a new cert number. Yeah, it's just. But anyway, let me see if I could just share with you here. I'll find a way to do this to get this to my email and share it. But let me remove this, and let me just share you guys see what I'm talking about. So I know this is not the best way. This way I usually do things, which doesn't come out great, but this one's pretty obvious. So you can see, and again, I'll go through the same thing. So real tight here, same gap at the top, same gap at the bottom. This one's laying flat on the bottom tray. This one's nice and tight, top to bottom, all the way, touching the tray. And I'm going to zoom in here, and you can see that nice clean 90. And then follow me along the top rail. And you see that little slope right there, about an inch into the card, right about here. Little downward slope, little ski jump there. See that little trim job? See that taper? Card kind of sits like this and goes nice little curve radius. So that's what they did. They cleaned up that corner, and this card sold for $2,000 some dollars. Now this is in 2021. This card's worth a lot more right now. It's about $3,500 to $3,000, somewhere in that range, depending on the auction. But yeah, so I'm making. But get no ideas, people. So I'm making a tray. It's real simple. It's just going to have a 90-degree corner, and it's got the raised border, like a L or a 7, however you want to look at it. And it'll have a flat tray with a little hole right here, so you can put your finger through, not picking at the card. You can pop it out at the bottom. So once you set your vintage card in that tray, put your finger through the bottom, be able to pop it out, and it'll just be a tray just like this with clean radius corners. That's a true corner, machine made. A true 90, you could take a square, any type of a true 90-degree block, a gauge, whatever you have, but that'll tell you exactly what you're looking at. And you can put that card in that corner, and you can see these tapered cuts. You can see these cards being trimmed. Now, I'm not talking about the cards that are a little bit loose in there, because there is some tolerance and some variance with different years. They will give you X amount of space, so to speak. Here's a. Let's just grab a random vintage card I got sitting up here. So if I wanted to, there it goes. You can clearly see behind my finger here at the top. That gap and that gap is equal. And if you just tap your card down, so it sits nice in the bottom of the tray, there you go. See that gap? It's sitting flush right at the bottom of the tray. All touching. Nice straight corners. You don't notice anything touching all the way. And here's look at that gap at the top, equal from edge to edge. But what they don't give you is this outside border. And that outside border is important, because the scammers are going, hey, wait a minute. They're not checking that. They don't even see that. They're holding this card in hand raw, ungraded, whatever. Here, let's just see. They're holding something like this. And they go, oh, man, I got a little bum corner there. I could just give it a little taper job. Now, this is maybe going to be a little bit tougher, more easy to see, because you got lettering right here where you got a small border. But on something that's got a lot of white, like the 82 example, you're not going to see that at first glance. I mean, you're not going to catch that if that's what you're looking for. It's just not something you're naturally going to see. You got a nice, chunky border here. But this card is perfect. This card's beautiful. Look at the spacing here. Just perfect all the way to cross. But you got this chunky border, obviously 82s, are a lot bigger than the 60s borders. Once we got to the 70s, you got some large borders on cards. So we're even some of the 70s, but mainly the mid 70s up. 75, 76, 77 was tough. But until you got to the late 70s, 80s, the majority of the 80s and some of the 70s had some bigger borders, but these cards back in the 40s, I mean, you're talking slim borders, Here's another one. Here's another example. Just real thin borders, real thin margins to work with. So you're seeing these trimmed up cards on, and I'm not talking about a card that's completely shifted and off-centered and not square, where the image is shifted, but the card is square. I'm not talking about those, because you can clearly see those where the border of the image will be completely shifted. So it's basically like taking two cards or two of the exact same size items and taking it like this, and then just taking the inner image and just tilting it, a 16th, and the card sitting shifted. And that'll get you the OC miscut. In the 70s, they called a lot of those diamond cuts, but that's the actual card being cut like a diamond, where it'll look like a wedge. You'll see the borders sit like this. I'm talking about the actual image inside shifted, but the card is still square. So let me see if I can find. These are some randomness. Yeah, so here's a Ferguson rookie. So if I wanted to clean up this corner, right? Here's a good example. So here's a good example of a slightly off-centered image. So bottom left, where Ferguson is here, you can see how thick this border is, and it gets slightly smaller right here. So that tells me this image is shifted down. So this border should be thinner, and that border should be a slightly thicker. And you can see that. The top left is slightly thinner, and the top right is slightly thicker. It's a very slight image shift, but the card is square. Nothing wrong with the actual card. But it's, this card's, it's got some marks on it. It's got some soft corners here. But if I hold that up there, you can clearly see. And if you see this card shifted here, but this is not, that means somebody cleaned up that one edge completely. And I've seen cards that were oversized, completely oversized. I have a 75 tops somewhere in a pile. I have a 75 tops Gary Carter rookie. The card looks to be about I swear it's almost like an 1/8 inch. It's a lot. It's a lot heavy. It's a heavy card, and I can easily just cut that bottom edge, which I'm not going to do, but that's something that that people look for. Sometimes you'll find cards that are oversized. And people can clean up pretty much any corner that they want. No one's going to catch it. I'm gonna grab a stack of some ungraded vintages to see if I can find one that's questionable. Questionable that would be a candidate for a trimmed up card. As I see one, I'm not going to say which one it is, and I'm going to send it in. Make a little before and after video. Just find one that has just a corner that needs to be cleaned up. What's up, Javi? Javi, did you go get your mail? Just want to make sure you got that box in good condition. That's a nicely centered card, but it's got some issues. Should do a vintage sale. But some of these younger collectors that want to get into some cheaper vintage, they can some good starter cards. Let's see what else 130 Point has to offer today. We looked everywhere. We can't find it. Okay. It's too old of a sale, right? Oh, it's back in 21. Hmm. Oh, this is January 26th. Why can't this card be found? That's interesting. Oops. Oopsie. What the hell? There we go. That's interesting. Oh, this one. Very interesting. Why that one's not coming up? Oh, I wonder. I'll go this route then. Yeah, this one's wow, holy trim job and undersized card. Look at this thing. Wow, this thing is this one here. You can just see how thin that border is. That border is not supposed to be that thin. This is more like it. They even trimmed the bottom of this. Look how thick that one is. Thick at the border, nice squared up, all four sides, just by the eye. Look how thin this thing is here on the second image. Let's see, screenshot this one. See if I can find yeah, this was sold in January. Wow, this card was butchered, to say the least. Heavily trimmed. Yeah, this is nuts. And it's usually all these big cards, these cards that they're doing it to. And that's a real old cert number too, so things slip through the cracks, I guess. Wow, these are both really bad. These two right here. Not good. These are some rough examples. Heavily undersized. And people are buying these thinking that they're spending on this case, $3,000 and getting a non-trimmed up card. Whatever. Better than me, right? What's everybody doing this Sunday afternoon? Anything? Got some Griffey Juniors in here. Okay. Oh, this is the Flair Ultra box that I opened right here. These are all from that box. Oh crap! You kidding me? Oh man, look at this. Found some Aaron Judge cards. I just sold a bunch of his stuff. I should have sold those with it. This guy was buying along. Nice Willie Mays. It's a cool card. Aaron Judge. 250. 62. 63. It's done. All right, so I need 6 beads. All right, let's open up one of these. George Kell. What year is George Kell? What are we doing? I don't know. We're opening up some classic baseball. That's what we're doing. I'm going through this a lot of this vintage. Vintage stuff here. And then now I just sidetracked. Like my brain just goes all over the place. What's going on here with this? Sorry, Jack McDonald. We have to get sacrificed so we don't damage any other cards. This is not. What the F is going on here? Come on. There we go. Well, we'll see if we get lucky here. Looking for a certain card out of here. What do these wrappers are? Well, and that's the problem. That's what you run into. Possible being bricked up. That's garbage. Can't even play the game. Well, sometimes you win some, you lose some. Take a risk at buying these. 49 Bowman. I'll have to check. I don't think so, but I got a stack of Bowmans here somewhere. Yeah, these are all bricked up. That's why it's such a tough card to get. Yeah, there's paper law. Nothing you can do about it. All right, well, I spent money on worse. There's a failed attempt at getting what I want. Sure, this one's going to be just the same. We'll give it a shot. Yeah, give it a shot. Oh, good. Yeah, no good. All right, well, this I made some space in here. Clean it up. That's a bonus. Well, that's a beater. That's Eddie Collins. That's a beater, but I've seen some better days. There's Eddie Collins. No, I do not have the Cal. That thing's beat. Yeah, somebody will buy it for $50. It looks like somewhere in that range. This one is poor condition, just like mine. And I think mine is slightly better. $66. Well, we'll put it up for $40. Someone can have it. No, Sean, no, I don't. I just listen to the radio. Let's see what we got going on.
As much lately. We have what they are continuing to lead the country in arrests. They just had a Georgia Bulldog football player arrested, so that part of their game has to change. Okay, we move on. Happy birthday, Jayla. And a 4-run fourth inning for the Guardians. It's 5-0 Cleveland, heading to the fifth.
Nice. 5-zipper.
Mitchell's Ice Cream hand ice cream from Cleveland since 1999. Made in Ohio using fresh ingredients from Northeast Ohio family farms and exceptional organic and fair trade ingredients from around the world. Step into Mitchell's or find us at your local grocer or at mitchellshomemade.com.
We believe, battle, every pitch, every hit, every inning, and every win. This is Guards Ball. Cleveland.
I see how they got the runs here. Excuse me. I'm going to consign all these vintage cards. There's a lot of clean.
Series April 20th through the 22nd. And your tickets at CLE Guardian.
That's really nice too. Centering on that thing. I went through all this. None of it has creases. Duke Snyder. I'm gonna take out the clean games. Maybe I didn't go through these yet. Nelly Fox, Klazuski. I got to go through these before I ship them out. There's still some decent herb score. That's a beater. Maybe I didn't go through these yet. There's 2 stacks. The short one, maybe this stack I went through, and this one I didn't. Well, I just got to send the ones that are all VGEX or better to consignment.
Year round, based on your needs and budget, you can choose from basic
Comes,
premium
four.
levels. Each comes with a dedicated technician. The program keeps you ahead of estimations all year long. Pest problems? The Rose Home Service Program is the solution. Call the Pros and Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit Rose Pest Solutions.
Item is poor.
WTAM 1100. Antilla working with a 5-run lead now as the Guardians and Orioles head to the 5th inning. Guardians lefty leads a pitch low and inside to Kobe Mayo. It's 2-0 on Mayo. Right-handed batter. Pitch to it. Fastball straight down the inside corner. At 91. Seems like Cantillo this year has been a little more consistent velocity-wise with his fastball. It's important.
What's everybody got going on today? Anything good?
Down low, 3-1. Get that separation from that great changeup. Curve. 3-1 the count on Mayo. Here's the pitch. Way upstairs, ball front. Until it kind of stalks off the mound there. He did not want to issue a lead off on him. 4-run fourth. And don't forget, you can score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. Jerseys and memorabilia, hats, hoodies. Visit MLBshop.com/Guardians. Sam Huff, the batter. Here's the pitch. And it's skin tight.
Sam Huff is on the working on selling known ride items in the Facebook group. Nice. That's cool. What are you selling?
Made a trade, right?
Sam Huff's on the Orioles? He was with the Texas Rangers, I believe. Oh, that's listed. Let's see if we can get some cash for that. It's not terrible. I mean, it's poor, but it's not terrible. Odds and ends. Okay, that's cool. Not wrong with that. That's good. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just going through stuff and trying to get some progress here. Well, I'm definitely getting rid of all this vintage because it's just too much for me to like look at people's lists and then reply to people, then they lowball me, and I'm like, here's 60% comps for 27 cards you need to finish your set from 1959 tops, and they dick me around, and it's like I'm not dealing with it. I can get this to Greg Morris, and this card's $6. They'll get 9 for it because it's got a blue background and it says Greg Morris on their page, you know. And then by the time I pay them the fees, I'm getting 90% comps. So what the hell do I need to do any work for? I mean, even if I got $2 a card here, and this is just sitting here, you know, hundreds of cards. So, I mean, there's some that's nicer than others, obviously, that I got to go through, but, you know, all vintage that people, and those guys sell millions of cards, well, thousands every week. But I've got this box here to go through. It's a lot of just Hall of Famers and stuff like that I just got to start listing. I mean, stuff like this. That's a nice entry level, you know, rookie that someone can get into. Sandy Koufax.
John Harbaugh.
Yeah, I didn't know that he was traded. I got this card in a lower grade, but it's numbered out of 500. And the peeling is peeling right here. And these cards are like really, really nice shape. I've got a what do you call it? You can see on the back, like these things are really nice. There's no white, you know. Just going to peel the coating off because the coating's peeling, so it got a low grade. But I bought it at a low grade, you know. And this is a tough one too. This one's numbered out of 500. I mean, a Griffey from 90s, numbered to 500, is a solid card. So I'm just open that up and I'm gonna peel the coating off. I peeled the coating off my Derek Jeter, and it looks amazing. It's just, plus you can see the refractor better. But some people do like that coating on. Me personally, I don't care.
And gone onto the home run porch. And with one swing, Taylor Ward has made this a ball game again on his first home run of the season. It is now the Guardians 5, the Orioles 3.
Damn, 3-run jack.
But they don't get discouraged, do they? We've seen this straight.
Okay, Adam, let me know before I go doing anything. I put it on the market for $49.99 or best offer.
There's some fire.
Where the hell did it go? Adam, you can have it for $35.
Knows about comebacks.
It is poor, but
Anyway, and Greg Albert.
I think the other poor one I saw on there was listed for like 60, but I don't know. Check comps. Let me know. And there's nothing wrong with near the face and the batter, which is cool. The crease is off to the left, but like I said, it is in rough shape.
Times doesn't start lead off one.
But you let me know, Adam.
I don't know why a leadoff walk seems more percolate than a base hit. Next,
Or if you want to do more of a higher value and put it towards trade for trade, put it towards the sealed stuff.
there.
Adam, you want to do that? Let me know. I just put it on eBay 2 seconds ago. I'll just take it down for you if you want it. Here, let me take it out of the case for you.
Here's the 2-0. Down low, 3-0.
Oh, that's cool, man. I wish I can come join you.
He's down away here. The fifth inning. Very strong through 4, pitching shutout baseball, but now the Orioles breaking through here in the fifth. The pitch to Henderson, he swings, skies it high in the air to right. Hanging up there for David Fry, not all that deep, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
All right, Adam, I sent you
Athletic injuries happen in spring.
sent you those pics. Just let me know.
There's something
Absolutely, man. That's great.
the sports medicine specialist at clevelandclinic.org/athlete care. Ever play it?
Yeah, I got to go through those cards too, Adam. Couple of them. I got to grab a couple tools to snap this thing out of here. Couple snippers. I'll be right back.
Alonso, and he takes it outside for ball 1. Get a chance to visit with him in the series.
Keys.
First time in his career as he takes a backspin for strike. People one. It's down low 2-1. Well, you got to remember when I was at the Mets, we had 5 different managers. I had 6 different hitting coaches. I had 2 different owners. So he said, like, no big deal. Just another year of summer, and he loves his teammates here in Baltimore. He's really enjoyed the organization and thinks there's some big things coming. The 2-1. Hopping in for ball 3. Don't love Camden Yards in about another month when it heats up. Now the 3-1 pitch from Cantillo. Swung on, grounded up the middle, and on through a base hit in the center. Another hit. The 3rd this inning for the Orioles. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network. News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100 Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station. Carl Willis out to the mound to have a chat with Joey Cantillo as Matt Festa is loosening in the Guardians bullpen. The Guardians up 5-3 in the top half of the 5th inning. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton on a breezy, chilly Sunday afternoon in downtown Cleveland. Summer was nice, wasn't it? Yes, last.
You know what I noticed? Well, these thicker cases, these newer slabs are like more of a flexible plastic. Man, you give me a multi-tool, I think I could build you anything. These ones are a lot trickier because the plastic is so flexible. So it definitely is a tougher crack. Well, it's not really a crack. It's just kind of an open jobby, you know. It's tough, but that's right.
Rodriguez. And here comes Stephen Bond. That's it. From going long enough for a win, unable to get there. So there's a pitching change.
You know, I just noticed. Shit, this is inside of another case. Well, it's even better. Well, you really can get a little muscle on this thing without damaging it. That's crazy. I didn't notice that. Interesting. Interesting. That's cool. It's like a case within a case. I like it. I like it a lot. This is neat. This is actually pretty well done. Give it to PSA on this one. This is like anti-tamper proof. You know? I used my Dremel before on this, but it just melts the plastic too much. There we go. Griff, you had a 500. I bought this card so long ago. Well, not so long ago, but long enough. Yeah, the Dremels are great, especially for coping trend. My opinion, it's a lot faster. It's kind of like a cheater way to do things, but I like the another question. How do we get out of this thing? Oh, I see. Okay. Boy, this card is beautiful. This card is nice. Let me see if I can prop this open. Oh, that was easy. That was easy. Yeah, see, it's like peeling up here.
5-3, but the Orioles
But man, this shine. This is with the coating on. Wait till you see this card with the coating off.
takes a strike.
Game day, what's up, man?
First and second.
Indians were up 5-0. Now it's 5-3. Taylor Ward, I think it was. Taylor Ward just hit a home run. So it's 5-3. O's are coming back.
Flips to first wide, pulling Hoskins off the bag. Safe and first.
Yeah, that's nice.
Runners move up, and now the bases are loaded.
Yeah, you can see that this is already off the edge. I gotta grab some tweezers. Tweezers and some bifocals.
As far as his time here, Cleveland, you got to make one team play. It cost them a game in St. Louis. And who knows what they lead on what should be the ending out here. They'll pitch hitter for Baltimore. Weston Wilson, spot Neyward comes up, but they'll pitch hit Dylan Beavers.
You know, it sucks they gave this card such a low grade, but I understand it because the coating was peeling. But had you known about peeling the coating off,
Work Wednesday against
you'd be fine.
this series. Now bases loaded, 2 out, Jan, the 1-0. Outside 2-0. Festa, like most of his teammates, solid in terms of stranding runners, 10 inherited runners. He's only allowed 1 to score. Here's the 2-0.
Yeah, look at that shine, man.
On the outside.
It's night and day. You know what this reminds me of is those hidden gems. You guys know the hidden gems? That's what this card exactly reminds me of. I mean, look at the difference. These cards are awesome.
2-1.
Yeah, my Jeter is pretty minty. When I took that cover off, it looked great.
Beavers. Hitting 5 runs.
Yeah, look at that Griffey shine.
Again, big time power from this left-handed hitter. The 2-2 swung on, ground ball near the middle back. He picked up Brito, flipped to the bag, safe at second base.
Come on, Brito.
And Flynn did not get the
What the fuck? You can't be under Fleming.
scores for Baltimore. And now a 1-run ball game.
Come on, man. He's a rookie. He's young. Man, look at this. That coating. Flawless.
Did not get there quickly enough with Romeo waiting.
See if I missed anything on the back.
And leaving that
I don't think I did. I mean, she's clean on the back too. That's what made me want to snap it.
Kobe Mayo steps in.
I don't see any dimples or anything like that. That might be a little piece of. That's just fuzz right there.
Them into outs. There's a great ball.
But yeah, this
Ball 1.
is a beauty.
That defense such a huge key for this Guardians team to compliment.
Brito. You can't be making that mistake, kid. That's right. He's young.
Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to center. The Orioles put up 4 runs.
Man. Back on offense.
It's the Guardians.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I wish they did too, Artie. I got a couple cards here. I gotta snap out.
Even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar too?
Now this one comes.
Gambling problem.
Like it's pretty pretty easy. They got this little sleeve in here that you got to remove.
Hey, sports fans, there's no better feeling than when you're watching your team dominate. But remember, when the offseason comes,
Big old crease.
your team spirit with a fresh coat of color.
Somebody colored in the blue
Sherwin-Williams, how you can make every day feel like
on the Cleveland.
over 17
So they put a marker on it.
to your coaching staff to bring the energy of your team's spirit.
Crease.
Shop online or visit your neighborhood store today.
Low grade. I don't know why somebody graded that. They did. It was a freebie.
Guardians Radio Network.
Show. We'll continue orienting WTA 1100.
Ball game once again. 5-4 Guardians in front. Trevor Butchers fires away. El Martinez and leaves a pitch inside for ball one. Some defensive edges for Baltimore. Favors to pinch hit. And the top half of the inning, he stays in the game in center. The center fielder, Blaze Alexander, moves into third base. It's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1 on Martinez. Weston Wilson was pinch hit for us. Started at third. He's now out. There's a swing and a pop up right around home plate. Back is the catcher Huff, and he makes the catch in foul territory. Excuse me. On the first base side of home plate. It's down the inning. Here's Jose Ramirez. One particular home run of the season. Last time up, last inning.
I do with those.
Ramirez. Switch to the right side. Here's the pitch. And it's ball one. It was a day where Joey Cantillo was sailing along, but lost command in that fifth inning in his final line. 4 2/3. 3.
They look just like those hidden gems.
Ramirez takes a strike. 6 strikeouts, 3 walks though today. Yes.
Maybe I'll just keep it like that. You don't have to grade it.
Swung on, blasted.
Come on, J-Ram.
Way back there. Home run, Jose Ramirez. Number 2 on the day.
There we go.
6-4 Cleveland. Jose now is 6 on the season.
10 steals, 6 homers in April, by April for him.
You can see it coming on the
I'll take it.
Yep, you're right, Rosie. I'm just going to call you Jose. You're our Jose Ramirez. You're our big toe in the blue. Oh, best compliment of the year. But you're right, Rosie. Once he gets going, Reese Hoskins pops one up right side of the infield. The second baseman Jackson now into the outfield grass makes the catch. 2 down. Everybody says, what's wrong with Rosie? 2 weeks into the season, there's nothing. Nothing's wrong, and it just sets up the cascade on the other side when he gets hot. Because we've seen it so many times where he might have a week or 2 where it's a struggle, and then pitchers pay for it for the next couple of weeks. Now David Fry, the batter.
Hey, Adam, have you ever seen these T206 triple folders, the middle panel? Have you ever seen the middle panel? Any company that grades these middle panels?
Second place on the home.
So Nap is at the plate here,
Here's the 1-0.
and it's just someone peeled off the end cards, but it'd be cool to get this graded like authentic,
Franchise history on home runs.
but still cool the way it is.
These guys, they give us, as there's a strike on the inside corner.
These are some cards. I just never got them graded.
One of those things you open up and it rolls down
This is a tough one here.
because it's so. It looked like
Just some old Cleveland stuff.
biblical ties. Here's Hosey's accomplishments. We're in the search for the Hershey.
Just gonna put these on display in my case.
Download, check it. He did. And is 3-2 on dry. What a remarkable career, and it is.
They're not valuable cards, but like to spend an extra at this point $25, $27 to get these cards graded doesn't seem
Swung on, foul back, and out.
like it makes sense right now.
And folks, you can buy those Jose Ramirez jerseys and know they'll never wear anybody else's. A rarity in pro sports in general. 3-2.
Gotcha. Thanks, Adam.
Again on 3-2.
Got a Robin Yount here. 75 Hostess rookie.
Paul Dolan and the Jose Ramirez. Win for both.
That's a Milk Duds. I think it's Milk Duds. Willie Mays from the box.
Swung on, blasted foul out of play. First base side. I think people have to remember that.
Words of wisdom.
Extend of Jose Ramirez.
Hank Aaron.
It's a great idea by us.
Nice looking Hank.
Even
Up there, mid grade.
the 3-2 is yanked foul down the left side.
It's got a couple surface marks,
You don't know players
a couple of indents.
going to. I hate to use the word that on somebody. They get damn especially. Next pitch to ball. Absolutely.
Mickey Schmantle.
Yes. It's 5-9.
And Cheapens.
It's 1-9-ish. I don't know that there's anybody else from how strong that he is.
What's up, man?
Now another mound visit. I believe that is Greg Alvarez.
I might maybe take a chance at grading that one.
Might be through French, the pitching coach, and it is. So no
That
pitching.
one's actually pretty clean. Not too bad.
You know what time?
Willie Mays Hayes.
This year in particular,
Keeper. That mantle goes to my set.
seemingly are going up as he gets older. And yes, he's fast, but he's so smart. And you feel like that's where a lot of these stolen bases.
That's a tough high number. 630. Keep that.
Bases, Rosie, come with a purpose. He doesn't do stand patterns. He loves me. Pat my stance late in the game, but it doesn't matter. When he steals a base, it's because it has something to do with winning that game. Now Daniel Steven steps in. Rogers away, and
Larry Doby.
is in there first make.
I like the tape. I don't mind it. It'll come back, authentic or a one or something like that, but
The Guardians are doing
there's no creases on this card.
Here comes the pick.
This one's got a little paper
Side corner for a strike.
loss right there. Little rub.
David Fry at first. Bottom of the fifth.
Eddie.
Busy afternoon in downtown.
Hamlin Hank. This card's trimmed.
Here's the 0-2.
I believe it is.
Line down the right side, foul.
Left to right. This is just too thin of a border.
The bat of Steven, but it was just foul.
But there's a big variance on these when you send those in.
Thanks to our friends at Elkins. We're a team of injury lawyers dedicated to every client every day.
Tom Ferrick.
Ohio,
Oh, I upgraded this. This had some pretty heavy roller marks,
progress in AAA.
but it's nicely centered, almost perfect.
Next year's surgery.
It's a 51.
Way down and missed strike.
There's a really sharp card.
Strikes. Side retired.
This is the O-Pee-Chee version,
And 6-4. Guardians
printed in Canada.
to the sixth. With Rhea
Super nice.
Simmons, the Cleveland Museum of
Ernie Banks.
Great Invites.
Ken Boyer rookie. I think he should get in the Hall of Fame. Should Boyer be in the Hall of Fame?
Weekend is part of the Jack Joseph and
This little
Community
stain is on here.
CMNH.
I wonder if that's in the ink.
Joe Buster Nuts. Buster Nuts with Baby Blaster. The #1 selling penetrant since 1957.
It's not wiping off.
Capital reaction.
It's not on the back. It must be in the printing process.
Brilliant parts. That protects against further rusted corrosion.
But it's clean.
Industrial marine
No creases.
equipment. Blaster Corporation offers a full line of professional
I mean, this guy dominated. He was a big deal.
use Blaster products.
He's no slouch, man. But if it wasn't Mantle and Mays back then, it was nobody. That's just what people are accustomed to, unfortunately. Jesse Owens. I don't know what this is from, but I always kept it. I don't know where I got it from, but I think it's pretty cool. Nice little write up here. No, Corey, if I no, probably not. I got this card a while ago, and it graded a 6 because the coating was peeling off and you could see it peeling right here. So I just took it out of the case and peeled it, and there's nothing wrong with this card. There's no damages. So that was the reason I bought it. I saw why I got a 6. I said, oh, the coating's peeling up here, and you can see it, removed, pulled away from the card. But that's pretty cool. I don't know what this is from. I just thought it's a cool card. He outruns a horse. Jockey back there, he's just hustling. I thought that was a cool card. Oh, here's a Kel. Did you need this one? This is 52. If I do though, Corey, you got first dibs on it, and if I end up grading it or something, I just don't really know what I'm going to do with it. This guy sold me this. He gave me this for free, and it's trimmed, and he did a great job. But it is undersized and it is authentic, and it's perfectly cut left to right. The top to bottom's okay, but it's trimmed left to right. So I got to get rid of that one. This one is trimmed as well, so I'm going to sell these as trimmed. But those are 2 nice cards. And I got a couple of the 72s that were trimmed. I found this in my commons. I was thinking about getting it graded, but there's a little bit of ink right here. This is just fuzz, but it's so nice, man. Such a beautiful card. Calavito rookie. These are some Phillies cards. This is another one I got to get graded. I got to look under the better light. I don't know if there's a little something on that corner, but man, that's a tough set. Yeah, it's right here. I wonder if it's this one. Maybe that's just the case. I'll take a look at that one. That one definitely got to do something with. Actually, a lot of this. I got a lot with this yellow on here. Oh, 26 Heritage, nice. What do you got over there? Let's. Do you need the set, or are you gonna try to build the set, or what? I got my list here. If you got a list, let me know. I've got a bunch of it all sorted, and I'd like to get some cards, Corey. I'm still trying to get mine finished. Here's a Willie Mays. I always like this picture. He's giving him a little pinch on the elbow. A little messing around, a little friendly horse jackery. I want to get this one autoed. I have his rookie card. This to me is a better image. I love the cup card and this nice bright right here. He's got an amazing signature. Mariano Rivera. I don't know why people say Derek Jeter. I see how it all flows, and it's got these big hoops, and it looks cool. But if you give that to a person that's 12 years old and can read, they have no idea what that name says. Okay, cool. Corey, text me right now. I got it right here. I was just working on mine. But Andre Dawson, Mariano Rivera, just probably in my top 5. Like Ryan Sandberg's auto, it looks like a kid closed his eyes and went like this in circles. It's horrible. Mike Schmidt, he's another one. Great player. One of my favorites, but just hideous. Yeah, I got some Griffies over here. I pulled out. I don't know why I had these. I just found these in a box. I'm doing some sorting for. I'm getting rid of not getting rid of. I'm putting cards into a consignment lot, some vintage. So I'm going to sell the stars by myself. I'll do a sale, and then these are just cards that I have to go through. Some cool cards. I love these Diamond Kings. This is a throwback. These are all base cards. Griffey Sr. This is pretty cool set. I have this. It's like a 24 card set. Yeah, 24 card set. Just a nice looking insert set. They're not that expensive if you can find them complete. There's some Reds Griffies. Yeah, these cards are real easy to grade too.
First it was David Fry in the third. Now it's on Hill Martinez with a tremendous in left field.
Off center, but these cards are real easy to grade.
6-4 Cleveland.
Refractors are worth a ton of money now.
Calling out Cuyahoga County
There's a Topps Gold.
Electric Service Commission, your forward operating
Member's Choice.
planes.
I love this card here. I remember getting this.
Visit us.
These tend to fade over time. See, that's got like this weird fog on it.
Machine in our budget. KeyBank will
Nothing you can do about those.
finance now.
Just happens.
Actually,
Yeah. It's such a great looking auto. I agree with that. What the hell this is? SPX.
For every financial.
Chipping down there. Just a cool looking card. That's a nice left to right centering. That's cool. It's just an insert set. That's O-Pee-Chee.
Wasn't as hard as she thought.
Not great centering, but that's O-Pee-Chee. Those aren't the easiest to get centered, that's for sure. Probably my favorite card here. Oh, the full Denny set? Yeah, it's awesome. I love it, Sean. This is another great set I put together. This one's all scratched up, but it's got two of my favorites from the 90s, Griffey and Lofton. And on the back, I think the back looks better than the front. That's just my opinion. Just cool. This is a card I want to get in a 10. Sure, if I got the buff and wheel on, I could clean that up, but I have this. It's only a 9 card set, I believe. Yeah, 8 of 9. Takes up one nice page. Just a cool card there. Another one I like. Unleashed. I'm a fan of these. For a Panini product. Let's see what else is in here. Griffey. I don't know what the heck those are doing in there. I like that one. That's cool. That's sweet. Astro version, I guess. Whatever that's called. That looks cool. Master Strokes. That's gold. Mini. This is from 2013, I think. Black. Going yard. Red. Oh, man, I remember this set. I have the Frank Thomas, too. It's got the coating on it. Remove protective film.
Cleveland at 1 point, led 5-0. 6-4 Guardians, 6th inning.
Let's see if this works.
7 delivery. Reno waves and struck him out on the changeup. 1 down in the 6th. Here's catcher Austin Hedges over to today. It's on the northeast Ohio. Dealers scoreboard.
Remove protective film. This one's baked on there. I think. What if a little heat? Let me get a lighter. Put a little heat on it. See if it loosens up.
3-0. Washington's shutting out 6.
America Eagles.
See if I can just get a little
Are in the sixth.
grip on it without peeling or picking at this corner.
Swung out, falling upstairs. We'll do it again. St. Louis against
Come on.
Houston's lost 3 in a row. Cardinals trying to make 5 straight wins. Now they have 2. Again, fouls in the upper deck while they hit the plate. Minnesota 3-1 lead on today.
Boy, these are tough.
Mets have lost 10 in a row. They lead the Cubs 1-0.
Mets lost 10 in a row. Good Lord.
Next delivery. And Catches takes outside 1 and 2. Second inning, no score. Nationals and Colorado. Yankees and the Wales. Midland 3. Demonstrating 1-2. Bullseye. Outlooking is Austin Hanson's 2-0. 6-4.
I'd really like to get this thing off of here.
Base is empty in the 6th. Ryan Roscoe, 2 singles and RBI. And then left-handed.
I think I got a little piece here. Gotta find those freaking cougars. What did I do with those things?
Maybe Meister. Cal State San Bernardino. Oh. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. Wells is 6'8", 255.
This is not easy.
300. Now the 1-1. Wave down 1 and 2. Simple Troy Hawkins. Remember him from Twins. Said he really took me under his wing. Got me to eat better. Work on my body strength. Ended up 60 pounds. Now the 1-2. Checked on a pitch down.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. I don't know if I can do it without damaging the card. Do that.
Checked on a pitch down. Played umpire Bruce Griffin. Since Rocchio chased the changeup, strikes out the side. 6 next. They went on top of 6 for the Athletic Radio.
Unless no, I could have removed this because it's still got the sticker on here. Feel it. I got this edge almost close, but I got no nails. Let's try the heat up method again, see if that works.
The official drum corps of the Cleveland Guardians.
The businesses are in a pinch right now. They need to work running, but they're not ready to hire anyone full time. If you're one of those businesses,
Oh, that's working.
staffing,
It's definitely working. The heat worked.
Northeast Ohio, ready for the job.
Got it.
Get background checks.
Got it.
Get those.
Oh yeah, look at the shine on that bad boy. We're peeling Griffies today, boys.
Business from the competition.
That card's awesome. Oh yeah. Very cool. I'll work on the back another days. It'll be tough. I wonder if this sticker is just the sticker or is there one on the back too? Because let me try the back here. I wonder if it's just the sticker. I don't know. Wish I had a crappier version of this card I could just experiment with, but I don't know. I mean, it's got this sticker. I wonder if this is what you take off, but this does look pretty dull.
Solo home runs to left center in the left.
I think it does peel
Reno 2-run double.
because that is a beautiful card when it does peel.
Stephen Kwan, a second line.
Yeah, I'll put it up here for now.
Taylor Ford, a 3-run home run to left. Down the line and the 1-1. Swung a home foul down the right side, screaming into the lower deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Toyota Tacoma, Tundra, Land Cruiser,
That's a tough card. People like this one.
swung a jam job roll.
Tough to get in good condition. It's got some chipping.
Clutch throw just in time. Oh my! Anderson hustling all the way. Full speed it out. As Brito double clutch. 040.
This is a promo set. Ultra Premier. They were numbered to 10,000, I believe, or 100,000. The whole set will have that same number for each card. It's like a 10-card set.
With a single. The pitch to him is wide. Anyway, Toyota has.
That's a cool image there. I like that.
Find out more at Toyota.gov. Now, that's in there, strike out a
Johnny Damon.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Coleman's best.
Paulette tried to bridge that gap. Late inning man. The 1-1. Swinging a fly ball foul down the right side. You won't see Hunter Gaddis today, or at least that would anticipated. Having worked back-to-back games. Now the 1-2. Swing and a pop ball to the right, still 1-2. Cleveland trying to get to 13 and 10. And now the 1-2. High, wide, 2-2. Houston in town starting tomorrow night. Baltimore continues on to Kansas City. Now the 2-2. Way outside, yanked the slider. A chilly one, but sunny. 46 degrees. Breeze blowing out toward right. The pitch. Swung on 1 out for the first. Nice. Handled by Steve Boyd. Came up in the midsection with it. No matter where he plays Steven, he never hurts him defensively. So we'll get a pinch hitter for Baltimore with 2 down in the 7th. Cleveland on top 6-4. Jonathan Rodriguez was 0 for 2 with a walk today. And his day is done in right field. Liam Tavares, the hitter, will bat. He had a good series prior to today. And he takes high and wide 1-1. Tavares homered last night. 3-8 in the series. Next pitch and he waves at it. He moves the count. This was a good pickup for Baltimore, getting Leody Tavares. Paula works quickly. Tavares stepping out to adjust the batting post. 2 down to the 7th. Cleveland up 6-4. The windup and the pitch. Check swing That was a good throw.
All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all later. Gonna go get some lunch and relax.